Hi everyone, this is just my second Instagram update. I'm here to update you about my brother. My brother Hazem Saeed waelghonim, a 31-year-old dentist, has been arrested by the Egyptian government 22 days ago because I refused to accept their threat for me to stop speaking up against them and insult them, because basically the regime, the dictatorship in Egypt has been arresting a lot of people. It's been going through a lot of a process of fear, and I actually started speaking up, calling for reconciliation. I was asking for bringing all Egyptians together. I put my hand forward to the president. And unfortunately, they did not understand the message. Unfortunately, something bad happens. Unfortunately, my anger and frustration made me insult them, and they couldn't take the insults. And I apologize. Mr. President Sisi, I apologize to you about my insults. However, can you please apologize about your insults to the Egyptian people? Can you please apologize to your insults about your insults to the Egyptian people? Can you please release the thousands of people who are arrested, including Hazem, who is a dentist, and you are accusing him of being a terrorist? Mr. President, Mr. Donald Trump, the President of the United States, I am not an American citizen, but I am on my process to be one. Yet I don't feel entitled, but I'm grateful and honored to be living in the United States. I'm a legal immigrant that understands your frustration about illegal immigrants. I am someone who might disagree with you politically, sometimes said jokes about you, such as if you, I said one in front of President Bill Clinton, saying if you were elected president, I'd like to go to Mars. And guess what, Mr. President? Time have showed me that I was wrong. I actually appreciate a lot of your courage. I appreciate a lot of your actions. I appreciate the fact that you're just going intuitively and you're not paying attention to what they think, because you understand that the system has a lot of issues. Yet we can talk more about politics, but I am not talking to you about talking to you as the president. I'm talking to you as someone, one of the few people who can call Mr. Sisi and tell him to release my brother, or actually just send him more water. My brother only gets 4 bottles of water a week. They put him in very bad conditions, Mr. President. As you told Aya Higazi, you understand. It's horrible. It's a dark room. He is not allowed to go out of his cell. He only has an old style bathroom where he has to sit down on a floor or on the ground to poop. Mr. President, all what we are asking for is just improve the slavery conditions. He took my brother because I spoke up, Mr. President, not because of anything. And guess what? I insulted him just like how all the media insults you every day. You are a democratic president. You are a democratic president, Mr. President. He is not a democratic president, but he's not also a good dictator, because he goes in and kidnap my brother from his mom and take her ID. My mom has no legal proof that she is a citizen of Egypt right now. If she goes to the hospital, they will reject her, Mr. President. This is a message to Mr. President. Mr. President, my daughter thinks I'm a secret fan of yours because I watch all your content. I appreciate a lot of what you say, by the way, despite the fact that I disagree with a lot of it as well. I am here to tell you, please, I'm going to direct a lot of messages to you in the future until you respond to me, Mr. President Trump. Please, my mom is dying. My brother told the Attorney General after crying for 15 minutes that he's dying slowly in that prison cell. He has nothing to do with anything. They arrested him just because I insulted my president on Facebook Live, and I am sorry. I promise you, if you release him, Mr. President Trump, I will not insult them at all. I will only speak very objectively because I want to be objective. I want to bring people together just like how you want to bring people together. This is a message to President Trump. I hope that the message reaches his heart. I am not really calling for, I understand I'm not a U.S. citizen, my brother is not a U.S. citizen, this is not about U.S. citizenship, but I know I am a legal immigrant in the U.S., someone that came from Egypt. And by the way, Mr. President, I used to work for Google, I have worked for Harvard, I built a company and sold it in Silicon Valley for to another company that's a multi-billion-dollar company. So I'm an accomplished citizen of Egypt that is grateful for the opportunity that America have provided me with. I'm a story. I'm a story that the American dream is still alive, and I really want you to listen to me. And to listen to my message and understand it's coming from someone with a lot of honor that doesn't ask a lot of people for things, and I am asking you in public because I know you are a man of honor, and if you get this message you will probably help me. Just a call. We just want more water, more clothes. He have not changed his clothes, Mr. President, for more than 20 days. His body is full of rashes. He was crying out of pain when the lawyer saw him. We have no contact. We have not seen any. This is inhumane. This is not dictatorship. This is just inhumane. Just improve the conditions of slavery, please, Mr. President Sisi. Mr. President Sisi, you made me beg Mr. President Trump. And you are Egyptian and I'm Egyptian, but I'm begging you, Mr. President Trump, because it looks like he looks up to you. He wants your approval all the time. Can you please tell him, release that guy? And release many guys who have not done anything, Mr. President. A lot of the kids are there. They are learning to be terrorists, Mr. President. There are lots of bad people inside. It's like the Sheraton of terrorists. The government is breeding terrorism inside these prison cells. Tons of thousands of people are getting terrorized, are learning shit, are getting tortured, are being mistreated. And being unjustly mistreated. Mr. President Trump, there is something that you can do there. There is something that you can do there, and I know I'm not being calm, I'm not being professional, I'm not talking properly to a president, but I know you are a man with a lot of male ego that understands that when someone like me is in pain, I cannot really control my emotions. I cannot really be very calm and laid back. I hope my message appears. I hope my message get delivered. I hope you hear it. I will repeat it one time after the other. I will send it to Ivanka and Melania and to everyone because I want my mom to sleep happy. I want my mom to sleep happy, and I know that you appreciate your daughter. I have a daughter. Her name is Isra. She's an artist. She's a 16-year-old. Her art is beautiful. I want to show you some of her art. It's amazing. She's beautiful. Her mom is half Caucasian, half African American. Amazing mix. And I am Egyptian. And I have a son that's like gonna play soccer. He wants to play into the Egyptian team, but I can convince him to play into the American team. You know? I'm serious, because for me, home is where I feel respected, and America is my home. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.